Hello makers, it is vlog time. Yes, vlog, and since it's Wednesday, we're gonna open some mail. But first you need to see what I've been doing. See this right here? This TiVo Flash. So all the prints are done for the TiVo Flash review. This was the make test. It's always the final test that I do, and that's done. I have lots of prints to showcase, so now it's just a matter of doing some B-roll and then just, well, record myself talking. Apart from that, there's also this thing right here. This is the Alfawise U20. Yes, I did a review of that machine. I'll leave a link there. Now, if you recall, I actually really like the machine. Okay, so I printed a lot with that machine and it printed beautifully and I actually really liked it, but there was a flaw, and that flaw was, well, what I found to be a huge hazard, and that was there was some bug in the firmware where after a very long print, the printer just freezes, stays heating the heat bed. It stays heated like until you switch it off. The screen freezes, everything. Well, they fixed that. Now, when I say they fixed that, I mean GearBest. Now, I've been in contact with GearBest quite a lot about this printer. I've been reporting bugs, they've been doing firmware updates, and I have to say, I gotta give it to GearBest. While a lot of people hate GearBest and a lot of people love GearBest, they actually listen to quite a lot because there are a few things which they didn't listen and they don't want to listen to. But they do constant updates to the firmware, and they always update the Facebook group that has the Alfawise U20 people in it. And that's always a really good thing because honestly speaking, a few Chinese printer kit companies do that as far as I know. They're quite open, they always upgrade the firmware, they always update the people on the process or on what's going on and whatnot. So they sent me another unit to test out. First opinion, they've definitely nailed down the packaging. This thing was packed beautifully. I can see that they upgraded a few things, especially on the extruder side. A couple of things that they haven't done. Only two things. This thing, if it prints as good as it did before, there are only two and a half things which can be fixed, but I feel like they should have fixed. And that is the filament sensor is still attached to the extruder, and when the filament runs out, you can't pull it back. You have to undo the PTFE coupler to remove the filament. That's one thing, but I'm going to fix that by designing an extension to the filament sensor so it sits like 2 inches out, so when it triggers, you can still pull the filament out. The other thing is cable strain relief on the heat bed. I'm not a fan of cables just, you know, being loose on the bed, so yeah, I'll definitely sort that out as well. The other half thing, the screen could have been at an angle, but yeah, that works fine. As for the firmware issue, the reason why the printer would freeze is not exactly, well, it's partly the firmware's fault and partly Simplify 3D's fault. So I spoke to the developers of GearBest quite a lot about these issues. I sent them the G-code that I had used that froze so they can test it out. And they found out that Simplify 3D has a habit of creating lots of text at the end of a G-code. For some reason, this particular file, it created like 7 megabytes of characters which were unrecognizable by a printer, and the firmware just freaked out when it read that. But now they kind of fixed that to ignore stuff like that on the firmware itself. I will be reprinting the same file once again to make sure that that's been sorted. But yeah, that was the issue. It's a simple thing as that. So I also can't understand exactly what Simplify 3D was trying to do with that file, but yeah, that was sorted. The fact that that was sorted, see this, it brings this machine back in the game, because I think it's like 260 euros and it's a serious CR10S contender, and yeah, that makes me very happy. So I'll be testing this, but not only that, I miss the times where I used to upgrade printer and make it the best that it could be. And since this is a relatively good priced machine with actually good support behind it, what I did was I printed G-code that was on the file, which is this thing right here. And this looks okay. So I'm going to start a process where I'm going to go through the steps, maybe an episode at a time, of how I'm going to tune this machine, how I'm going to fine tune a profile for this, what I do, It won't be a tutorial. I don't want to do a tutorial because people tend to freak out when I call it a tutorial and I say something wrong. So it'll be a way of how I go about creating a profile for this. I'll try to do it on both Simplify 3D and Cura, and I'll be reprinting the same exact thing until it becomes, well, better than this and as good as it can be. But then I will also design a few upgrades and print a few upgrades to make this machine, well, the best it can be. And now for the mail. It's the Mail Day Wednesday part of this, and 2 boxes. First one is a small one. It's by Elegoo, and I'll tell you what's in there in a second. The other one is, well, this is a big box. This weighs 11 kilos, and it contains a part of a mural, which weighs about 100 grams. And it's by Tom, Filament Frenzy. So I'm gonna clear this out and yeah, we'll see what's inside. So first things first, this is by Elegoo. So for those of you who don't know, Elegoo does electronics. They do Arduino compatible electronics. And if you haven't watched my my DIY dolly video, once again, link there. I used Elegoo electronics on this. Now Elegoo reached out because they liked the video and they asked me if I want to do something more with Arduino stuff, and I was like, absolutely, I'd be happy to. So they sent me this, and this is a complete starter kit for Arduino, and it's got lots of stuff. Anything you could possibly want to do, anything Arduino related. It has a CD which has like lots of projects in it. It's got power supply, the Arduino Uno, lots of cables, jumpers. It has lots of breakout boards and components and LEDs and resistors and capacitors and all kinds of things, so you can do projects. And this was like, I think it cost like 50 bucks. I'm really excited, and now I just have to figure out what I want to do with this box. What kind of project should I do? If you have any recommendations, by all means, comments. Next up, well, it's this thing. By now you should know who Filament Frenzy is. And the first thing you do, as you go on to his Twitter page, is you'll see that he has like this awesome Ironman, red Ironman on the profile banner. There's one of those in here. It's just a little bit bigger here. So yeah, as I said, this thing weighs just under 11 kilos. And Tom took part in the wall mural. It took a while for this box to get here, which is completely fine. The remaining parts should be here shortly. I sent out the emails. But yeah, he wanted to make sure that would be worth the wait. So, all this box to send me this. This is part number 8. And the thing is, Tom does something magical with his printers. He prints things like I cannot even see layers on this thing. Like it's absolutely incredible. I love the way he takes time to fine-tune his profiles, which by the way, he has a page with printer profiles. So this is part number 8. Everything else, goodies for me. Oh wow. Okay, so we have, oh man, he sent me a roll of Freedom for All. Okay, so this is protopastas. Oh, this is so awesome. This is a roll of protopastas Freedom for All. I think it's red, white, and blue. Like it changes color. It's a transition filament. Oh, this is awesome because I really want to roll of this. Thank you, Tom. Then we have some Filabot recycled. Ooh, this is the recycled CD DVD filament. So it's like crushed up CDs and DVDs. I'm not sure if it's the cases or the actual CDs themselves, but they make filament out of this with a pen and a sticker. Awesome. It's been so long since I opened mail. And oh my god, my daughter is going to freak out. Oh my god, unicorns. Unicorns everywhere. Pop knees. I don't know what these are, but I have a feeling my daughter's gonna love these. A Fairyland Haribo. Why do I get... So, okay, so I'm assuming that all the chocolate here and candy is for my daughter. This is a Ruby Cocoa Beans. This is a pink Kit Kat. Definitely everything for my daughter. Oh, this is something very heavy. There's liquids in here, so let's just take that out. Take that out. Oh boy. Oh boy. We have another box in there. Ooh, which has Fila Alpha's rainbow filament as well. Once again. My daughter. Dude, Tom, thank you very much, man. Oh man, my daughter's gonna freak out. This. Oh, this is beautiful. So this is the base. This or... I'm gonna leave this for last because this looks epic. So I'm gonna leave that for last and open this heavy stuff here. Ooh. Gin. Blood orange gin. Oh my god, rhubarb and ginger gin. Oh god. Dude, I love you. Parma Violet gin. Dear God, I'm happy. This is just epic. Dude, Tom, thank you so much, man. Oh my God. Yeah, those are for me. I don't care what color they are. I'm having those. Oh, that's how you pack up an Ironman. This is incredible. Oh my God. This is beautiful. We have a small casualty, but I might be able to fix it right now. Ooh. This is insane. Like, that is absolutely insane. Okay. Alright, so at least I think it had broken before, but that's absolutely fine. I just have to find a way to fix this. And thankfully, I should have just the thing. I'm currently testing out some printer glue, which is like super glue for plastics by a Printer Pro. So we'll see how that goes. It's kind of like super glue, but it's in gel format, so it stays in place much better and doesn't leave like that kind of residue that super glue leaves. And it should be very quick drying, so let's see how that goes. In the meantime, while I'm holding that, the print quality on this thing is just insane. I mean, seriously insane. I know he printed the base on the Formbot, the T-Rex, I think. So yeah, I was saying, I'm sure he printed that on the Formbot T-Rex too. I don't know what he printed this on. I think it's also on the Formbot T-Rex. Almost there. So I kind of put quite a bit of glue there. It's supposed to put just a little bit, so it dries quicker. Okay, so I'm so worried I'm gonna break this. Ta-da! Epic! So there it is now, sitting in its new home. I'll probably move it just to up there. This thing will all change very soon. But thank you, Tom. Absolutely gorgeous gift, absolutely amazing gift. I appreciate the time it took for you to print this and send it over and all the rest of the gifts. I truly appreciate it. Thank you. As for me, for today, that is it. Remember, if you have any suggestions of 3D printing Arduino projects that you'd recommend something a bit challenging, comments below, let me know. Bring it on. As for me, that is it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. More videos are coming up. I have lots of things planned. The first thing that's going to come up is probably a video on the Alfawise and then the review of the TiVo Flash. And yeah, many more projects after that. But that is it for today. Thank you once again for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and as always, happy making, guys.